welcome to the Blackwater Cantina. My name is Mazz,
I'm Mike.
and this week we're going to talk your ears off about the Gravediggers.
Stan, this is what I would have played in Cygnar if I was playing Cygnar.
With those horrific blue people that just seem to have a problem with the undead. I don't know.
I mean, they're useful. We can recycle them very easily.
Exactly. That is the best use for them. There we go, that's Gravediggers talked about.
Back to Cricks.
That's it. So yeah, all the new Gravediggers stuff has dropped. We've got, I think, everything in the app now.
Think so. I mean, we've got the new STL bits dropping at some point soon. They haven't actually given us a date.
I think tomorrow, so...
Hopefully. If it is, I'll be excited because my printer is feeling lazy.
Mine's not working, so... Thankfully I have a friend with a really nice printer who printed me off all of the Hive Mind stuff. Just not any bases yet, so I can't put anything together. Get excited. But
I did all my base toppers and everything, and it turned out really nice.
no.
Hopefully, I'll get some pictures up on my Instagram with the new objective, like scenario pieces, and I've actually now got defenses for the first time since playing Mark IV.
Yay!
I might actually run that one card. Probably not, but I might.
Maybe. Right. Let's talk airdropping stuff.
Let's drop paratroops.
Exactly. So, for those who don't know, Gravediggers are the one branch of the military that, the Cygnar military that deploys from airships. So they fly over and then drop in troops and equipment and jack pieces during the battle. So you can actually airdrop a jack into a particular location rather than...
Which is insane.
It's great.
I cannot wait for Welsh and see so many people dropping fresh jacks into the middle of a battlefield.
It's gonna be cool. From a background side, that's really cool. It's just funky, and the look of the Gravediggers is much closer to the original Cygnar than the Storm Legion.
100%. I mean, I'm looking at the units right now, and it's your bog standard troops. It's the guys you'd see on the battlefields, just sipping a cup of coffee, complaining about generals giving dodgy orders. Hell, if I get a unit, I'm painting some up as Blackadder. Don't care.
It'd look really cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, look-wise, they definitely tick all the boxes. Yeah, the jacks look really cool as well, like proper old school looking ones, much less futuristic than the Storm Legion guys.
Very much.
Got a little bit of stick at the beginning for looking a bit more Space Marine than they probably should do. And if they're the Space Marines, these guys are the Imperial Guard. These are the boots on the ground guys.
Oh yeah, these are your run-of-the-mill. You'll see these guys, like I say, round a campfire.
Yeah. So they've got 4 new casters. They can also take Spark Hammer or Sparkle Hammer and Cane.
Yep.
More on Cane in a minute because there's a lovely little combo with Cane and Cynthia Sin Roscoe. But we'll get onto that in a minute. First of all, Alison Jakes.
Yeah. She's got a promotion.
She got a promotion. She's now Colonel.
Yeah.
From Captain, was she before? She was Captain, I think.
Lieutenant, then Captain, now Colonel.
Yeah.
She's kept the dual blade, dual hand cannon combo.
Yeah.
Because that's what she was doing in the video game.
Yes. Oh, War Machine Tactics. That was... yeah. let's just put that to
We'll
one side.
skip over that one.
Yeah.
Feat
So
is
she's an assassination caster, isn't she?
oh yeah,
I mean,
100%.
she's got acrobatics. She's got sidestep. She's got sprint.
And Butcher's Bill.
Yeah. So you can. If your models die.
One or more friendly warrior models were damaged by enemy attacks in this model's control range during your opponent's last turn. During your maintenance phase, one model in this model's battle group in its control range can advance 3 inches and make 1 basic attack. It's old school vengeance.
Yeah.
But not on the unit that has people died. It's just been, oh, you got an owie. Okay, this Jack is going to go punish the guy that did it.
To be fair, that's like Avenging Force, basically, but just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a fancy new name and just really fun.
And not as a spell.
Yeah.
But... So, yeah, she's got that, which is nice. I mean, she's got some good reach on her, so speed 6, plus she's getting battle group models up. She's got Flashing Blade.
Flashing Blade. Her melee attack is at 7 as well, which is not to be sniffed at.
And Grievous Wounds on it as well.
Yeah.
She's got Synergy. As we rattled on in the Molten Ever episode, we do like Synergy.
Yep.
And with airdrop and jacks and things, you can do.
You can build that synergy up real quick.
Yeah, although it's only on her battle group ones, so not any of the Jack Marshall ones.
But I'm not sure if they've changed it. But if your Warcaster comes into contact with a Jack,
it's only inert jacks that you can take on.
Only inert jacks. Cool.
And then her feat, Last Dance. Friendly faction models gain +2 defense, and friendly faction models currently in her control range gain acrobatics and unstoppable.
Yep.
So, and it's friendly faction models, so that's jacks everything, suddenly ignores the opponent's army, walks right past it, slaps whatever they want.
It's like, oh, hey, that's your Warcaster. No, it's not.
Probably not for very long. So, yeah, she's looking pretty tasty as an assassination caster.
Yeah.
Then you got Buck Hasker, who we've got the alternate sculpt which came on the mini factory.
Yep.
So his cohort models get Prowl. He's got Killing Spree. He's got Prowl himself as well.
He's got his Mechanica Grenade with the Arcane Interference, Empowered Attack, or Kinetic Grip.
Yeah, so the Kinetic Grip's an interesting one, slowing enemies down.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Which, to be fair, could save you in like games that are going very fast.
Yeah, well, you've got Rhythm of War as a rackable spell, so it's easy enough to form a gun line with him, use that to slow anything down that's threatening you, and then just shoot and step back, basically. Which
then you've got the Cursed Fate as one of his set spells.
Yeah.
Target model/unit suffers -2 defense. When a damage roll resulting from a direct hit fails to exceed the armor of an affected model, the model suffers 1 damage point.
So that's just a case of put that on a infantry
Put
unit.
that on the big scary thing.
Hey, put it on an infantry unit and fire the grenade in, and then just pop them all regardless.
That's it.
You know? I suppose it's only the direct hit that's going to die, but
Yeah.
you can still clear stuff out pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, as you say, put it on something you can't normally hurt, and then plink away at it, and
That's
be
it.
handy for removing Man of Wars.
And disruption or warjacks.
Yes. Yeah, as grenade can also be disruption. It's only range 6, but it's still power 14 giving disruption.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So again, grievous wounds on the melee weapon.
And reload on his hand cannon.
Hmm.
Which I think we're getting a fair amount of reload this time round.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's definitely a shooty based army, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Then his minefield, for that further being a defensive gun line.
Yep.
You can put 3 tokens out, which cause rough terrain for the enemy, and then there's a 50-50 chance of them taking an unboostable power 14 damage roll and being knocked down. So, yeah, that seems pretty good. It's going to block some charge ranges, but
I mean, if you're in that sort of situation where I know I've been a few times, Mazz, where you can't block every charge lane.
No. Especially not if your opponent's playing Alison Jakes.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Alison Jakes versus Buck Casca, I have to see at some point.
I'm sure we will, with enough people locally have picked up Gravediggers. So
yeah.
I feel like we're going to see that. Then we got Grant Vargas. So again, evasive.
Fleet and Field Marshal Fleet.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one because he's speed 5, but he can pay point of focus to be speed 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I play Dusk, so speed 7 feels like a normal speed for a person, so, you know, don't know what he's playing at needing to spend focus for it.
I mean, he's just a little round here, mate. It's
he seems alright. The nice long range gun, range 13, multiple rate of fire as well, D3+1, and you can boost all attack and damage rolls for 1 focus.
Yep. So, which, if you're rolling 4 attacks, why are you not spending that focus?
Yep. No, it seems pretty good. Again, nice defensive
charge
feat as well. +3 armor, resistance to blast, cannot be knocked down, and that's all friendly faction models. That's a pretty good feat.
That's a trench feat if I've ever seen one.
That's it. That's keeping stuff alive. I mean, the infantry are only armor 13 for the most part, so we're not talking the toughest guys. So we're only putting them up to armor 16, but
yep,
that's still armor 16 on everyone. Jack's at armor 22. Makes him pretty tough.
Yep.
Spell wise, Carnage and Return Fire.
I mean, Carnage has to be one of my favourites.
It's melee attack rolls though, so I don't know. You'd have to really.
I mean, I've used it a fair amount.
Yeah, but you're playing crits, so you want to be in melee.
I like punching things.
Yeah, I think he's going to definitely take very different loadouts to the other casters.
Oh yeah. But if I'm looking at his bayonet, he's got +2 to his charge attack damage rolls with the weapon.
Yeah. Although I feel like defense 15, armor 16.
I mean, his cannon is definitely taking the forefront on his weapons.
He definitely doesn't want to be in melee, does he?
No.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that he can do it.
Yeah, exactly. We still need power 14 with that, so. Then up next, Cynthia Sin Roscoe. So,
yeah,
that's a rocket launcher.
That is one hell of a rocket launcher.
So, arcane precision. So, ignoring your stealth. Cheers, buddy. +2 to attack and damage rolls against undead.
Yep. Don't like that.
Yeah. And if it destroys something at the end of its activation, it can, if it's killed someone with a ranged attack, or if she's killed someone with a ranged attack, she can make a full advance and start off.
Yep.
So, yeah. Chances are with the Witch Hammer, it's power 13, range 13, AoE 2.
You're gonna kill Summit.
Yeah, she's got the option for the -2 speed as well. So you can brutal damage it, or you can Blood Boon to give her a free cast. which is lovely.
Yeah, I mean, that spell list is just...
Yeah, I mean, she's got... Obviously, their spell list is reasonably good. But, I mean, she can drop out Curse of Shadows for free, put Admonition on herself, so if you do get close to her...
Yep.
Then she's off. Yeah, that's good.
Her Trenchblade also has the Brutal Charge on it, so another gun person who can fight if they have to.
No. And then her feat Firefight, so extra attacks out of all of her battle group.
Yep.
So, yeah, extra range or melee attack. And Swift Hunter for everyone, friendly faction. So, lots of hit and run with her.
Yep. I mean, she is a Gun Mage Scout Warcaster, so...
Well, and this is the interesting thing, because it's the solo Bastion Falk is gives gun mages reciprocate. So if you miss a gun mage with an attack immediately after the attack is resolved, they can make one basic ranged attack. She's a gun mage.
Big bada boom.
So if you miss her defense 15, she shoots you with a rocket launcher.
Yep.
She can't trigger the cast off it, but you know, that's actually once per activation, not just on her activation. I don't know, not sure on that one. But
beginning of their activations in her control range. So it's at the beginning of their activations and in her control range.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one.
I just like the idea of reciprocating with a rocket launcher.
I mean, yeah.
Just tickles me. And then, yeah, same applies to Kane as well.
I mean, you mean Dad?
Daddy Kane.
Yep. Dear old Dad.
Yeah, so defense 17 and reciprocate with a range 12, power 12. Either Heartseeker for the additional dice on damage rolls and attack rolls, discarding the lowest. Thunderbolt to push people away. Or Witch Mark.
I don't think you'd be using Witch Mark on her.
I wouldn't be using Witch Mark because that's obviously, it doesn't do anything on someone else's turn. But
no.
Yeah. Thunderbolt. If somebody shoots at you, Thunderbolt them back and blast them away. That's just nice.
Yeah, all that like precision moving you've done just to shoot Kane in the face, and he just pushes you away.
Well, that's it, and because he's got evasive as well, so even if he's hit, then he gets to move as well.
Yep.
And he gives that to all the jacks. So, and he ignores tough, and
tough.
Makes all gun mages ignore tough as well. So.
Yep.
He's pretty nice.
I mean, just having a duo caster game with Kane and Sin.
That would be quite fun.
It would be quite funny.
So his feat, Arcane Configuration, friendly gun mage and friendly faction warjack models, range weapon gain blessed and damage type magical, +2 power. When friendly faction model makes an attack with a weapon with the attack types, whilst in Kane's control range, can choose 2 special rules instead of 1. So he can then Witch Mark and Thunderbolt someone.
I mean, Blood Boon and critical and brutal damage on Sin's rocket launcher with that rule as well.
Yeah, I mean, so that would apply to Falk, who's Banish, which allows you to teleport people an inch, Incendiary to set people on fire, and Decrepitation, which does an additional dice on damage against constructs and undead. So
I feel targeted by these guys, by the way.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch.
And then you've got the Black 13th that come obviously with Kane in the box.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options in there. And then Gravedigger Gun Mages, you have 3 units of them. So I can see just seriously Gun Mage heavy armies. Right.
Yep.
I think the problem they're going to have if you do that, you need to make sure your jacks are killing jacks, because Gun Mages
Not so good.
Not doing so much against jacks. I mean, they're power 10, so.
Yeah. I mean, they got the Heart Seeker, which is the additional die on damage rolls, but you're discarding the lowest.
Discard the lowest, so yeah, it's not gonna do a lot against heavy armor.
I don't even think the Black 13th are doing much against jacks. They've got brutal damage. That's about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I can certainly see some people building around that. And
Yeah.
Folk, that's a nice little combo. Jack wise, so this will get a little bit jumping around, but the Valiant is their heavy.
Yep.
So anywhere between 10 and 16 points. So quite nice. They've got a reposition head, and obviously got Rhythm of War. So if you want to go for a shooty army, move into range, shoot something, back off 5 inches, because it's reposition. I was repositioned 3 on this one, so
Yep.
back off 6 inches. The Patriots one is repositioned 3 as well. So yeah. So,
Good old amount of reposition going on.
so that's good. You can evasive on them, so if people are trying to shoot them down, they're getting to move up. You can see that being good for Vargas and playing combat heavy ones. Some of the guns as well. The heavy barrel, range 16. Is that the longest range in Mark IV?
It might be. I'm not 100% sure.
Weighing in at 7 points though. There's power 15.
Oh yeah, that's
Range 16 is pretty nice.
But it's. I'm kind of wondering what sort of weapon. Like, I can't remember what the hard point weapons are.
Well, the top ones, they drop in, don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can drop a basically back point. So when you buy the jack, you come with the left arm, right arm and head, and then you can drop a weapon hard point in as one of the cards, so add extra bits to that. So those are pretty cool. What else we got? The mortar, the piston hammer for beat back, trench sword for brutal charge.
Yeah.
There's a shield that they've got as well, which has got a gun mounted in it, because why wouldn't you have a gun mounted in your shield?
I mean, they've learnt from Kador.
Oh, exactly. You know, doing it the proper way. So, yeah, they look pretty good.
Having a slug gun in a fist is a great idea.
Yeah. And yeah, short range, but a pistol, so basically another attack in combat, isn't it?
That's it.
I mean, if you want to go full on combat, you can get those in. You can get Righteous Vengeance on them as well. So if anything within 5 inches of them is dying, they get to advance up to 3 and make a basic attack, so that's pretty good. You put a lot of fire at them, but they're not cheap when you start slapping all these things on. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Then the Light Jack, the Patriots. Again, similarly, can be an arc node. Got reposition, you got shield guard on it, which is pretty good. Swift Hunter. All of the Gravedigger specific jacks have got tried and true as well, so they get extra damage back when they get repaired. Again,
and this one has Foxhole Buddy, so while base to base with a model that is dug in, the model gains cover, resistance blast, and does not block line of sight.
So that's pretty handy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm going to do that because we're starting to get dark. So again, a nice selection of guns on there as well. Grenade launchers, the sniper cannon for critical brutal. There's some pretty good stuff in there.
Right, a couple of Patriots with sniper cannons, the shield, and possibly like the shield guard, just to keep your warcasters safe for a little bit.
Yeah. I like the tracer cannon as well. This appears on a couple of things, the tracer rounds. So the model ignores stealth when resolving this attack, and then a model hit by this attack suffers flare, loses stealth, and takes -2 defense for 1 turn.
It's good.
I don't like it because I play Marine a lot, so...
I mean, I like it because you play Marine a lot.
Exactly. And it's quite easy to get some anti-stealth tech in here.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the Patriot that's got it. There's also a solo with it as well, which is a fit allowance 4 solo with the machine gun crew. So...
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, we've got the Borealis in here, which is the Stormforge Heavy Jack.
Yeah, so that's the Stormforge Cadra one, and Juice, which is the Hellslinger one.
Yeah.
Again, reposition True Sight. He's ignoring stealth anyway.
I mean, I do wish I'd picked up that box just for Kane, Juice, and the Hellslingers, because I loved that book.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
I need to read the new Kane novels that are in the app again.
They're very, very good.
Need to get to them soon. Then Gravedigger wise, you got Beaker and Plugger. So Plugger has native stealth, aggressive, tried and true again, and has a Metal Storm cannon. So it's volume fire, D3 plus 1, rate of fire, power 12, range 10. Which we do love a bit of volume fire.
Yeah.
So it seems pretty good. And then
I mean, the Trench Ripper as well is crit decapitation, combo strike. So Jack just wants to stab you, really.
Yeah. I think the critical decapitation's good. I mean, everyone loves it when I throw Mage Hunter assassins at people.
And the extended control range is always on a extended control range on a heavy Jack
Yeah.
that just wants to do harm.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good. And then Beaker is the it's another one, another heavy. It's a heavy with an arc node.
Sonic Pulse Cannon.
Yeah, so this one is like covered in experimental tech, isn't he? So it's like all weird and wonderful things. He's even got an empowered arc node, so it actually reduces the cost of spells when you channel through them. And you can reroll failed magic attacks with them.
And he can just fix himself.
So it seems pretty good, to be fair.
I get the feeling we're going to be seeing a few of these.
Yeah. The fact that you can channel the spell through another friendly faction, Warjack, it's quite interesting. So you're getting the cost reduction because you're channeling to him, even though you then channel on through something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, can't be disrupted either as well, which is fun. and stops people casting spells. So, yeah, be interesting. What's that?
And I mean, he's got a spray that does brain damage.
Yeah, what's that icon on his gun, on the drill? Disruption.
Yep.
So, yeah. I think that's one that's definitely going to hit the table, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah, we're going to be seeing a few of these, and they must die very quickly.
Yeah, it was defense 12, armor 19, no shield on it, so, and there's not a lot in the way of armor buffing. Actually, arcane shield. There you go. So it's going to be armor 22.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose not for me and my mage hunters, because everything's blessed. It's sort of fine. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
I'll just have to murder the Warcaster. That's fine.
That's it. So we already talked about Bastion Fault.
Sorry. Recycle the Warcaster.
Recycle the Warcaster into whatever you need.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we can start at the top on this one, because Argo Brock is just a unit.
I mean, he's got Shield Guard, which is nice. He's a Jack Marshal.
He's an Ogren solo.
Yeah. Battle plans. So, you got the one where you can get everyone to stand up. I don't know how much stuff's got tough. I didn't see a lot of tough, so I don't know how useful that's going to be. Stand your ground, so set defense, or stir the blood. +2 to its melee attack damage rolls. He seems alright. I mean, the Shield Guard is probably one of his best bits in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a D3 chain gun as well with volume fire.
anything with volume fire. Anything and everything with volume fire.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And Stir the Blood, I think, is going to be an interesting one.
And he's got himself a shield, so
yeah, armor 17 as well. So.
yeah.
Then we've already talked about Falk, so we'll skip him. But heavy machine gun crew.
Yeah, they came up slightly when you were worried about your tracer rounds.
Yeah, again, volume fire, tracer rounds, and with tough. Always have cover, and if you move within 8 inches of them, they can immediately make one basic ranged attack at you. So
they just go black.
Yeah, that's one you're gonna use 5 hit points, defense and armor 13, so they're gonna get removed relatively quickly.
Yeah,
but probably not by something in melee. Yeah, they're interesting. I like them. I think them covering each other as well.
I think there's going to be a fair few people running as many, probably running the full force allocation of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at these Gravedigger lists, and it's got most of it's going to be all the troops all the time.
Yeah.
Then they'll have Spark Hammer for running jacks or something.
No, I think they can. A lot of their casters can run jacks fairly effectively, and their jacks are certainly interesting. So
yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Stella, who is also a Jack Marshal.
Yeah. Another battle plan set as well.
Yeah.
Desperate mission. So when someone is in target friendly faction warrior model, so it's only a single model, not the whole unit. But they gain last word. When they're disabled by an enemy attack, they can immediately advance up to 3 and make 1 basic attack. So that's good. That's definitely a good thing. And there's always going to be situations in every game where you're going to want to drop that. That would be handy. But
I'd definitely drop that more than once.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Precision strike.
Yeah, so ignoring friendly models when determining line of sight.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And that's everyone's a 10-inch bubble on her as well. And
Then sneak. Give something prowl for a round, which
well, something that's concealment. But my brain was immediately like, oh, does that go with the heavy machine guns getting cover? But it's not, because it's cover, not concealment. So, yeah.
then giving repo free to the jacks that they're under control for.
Yeah. So interestingly, she's got a drive, but Brock does not.
Does he not?
No. Interesting. Bruno Ramjaw, that's the Trollkin dude with the massive machine gun who just looks cool. And shockingly,
more volley fire.
He's got volley fire. And then pin as well, so you can push people with it as well, which is...
That's it.
Push and knock down, in fact. So that's pretty good. He's only range 8 with it, though, so you're going to have to...
I think he might survive getting up there somehow.
Yeah, well, he's got Prowl, he's got Evasive, so... And he's got Repo 3 as well, so...
Yeah.
He should get there, but no melee attack.
No, which is weird for a Trollkin.
That's it. Solos, they get Alexia, Iris, and Boom Howler, along with Carver and Magnus, and obviously the new upcoming bits as well. So the Warbore's still the Warbore, it's still really good, and then a very shooting themed army.
I still kind of want to get them and make them kind of dead. So I can run them very nicely in cricks.
I think miniature-wise...
Maybe get Magnus and put a bucket over his head so he looks like he's been taken over by Cephalix or something.
Oh, that's what I should have done in my mind. Cephalix...
Giving you ideas.
That's it. And unit-wise, so they get... Obviously you've got Stormcallers, Stormvanes, the Black 13th, Gun Mages, and the Rowdies. So the Rowdies are the new character unit for the Gravediggers.
Yeah.
They've once again split it out into 3 individual models that are named, which I thought they were moving away from, but we go.
Yeah, they took that away from Crix. They gave it to everyone else.
So I'm guessing the models are much more identifiable.
Different.
So, yeah. But Weapon Master Trench Knives, yay! They're only power 9.
I mean, when you've got Weapon Master.
It's an extra...
And Grievous Wounds.
3 to 4 damage, isn't it? It's only Grievous Wounds on one of them.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, he's only Grievous Wounds on the... I'm guessing he's the boss. He's got the slug gun.
Yeah.
And then we've also got a carbine grenade and a double-barreled scatter gun.
Yeah. So... Grenades, more flare, more getting rid of stealth, so... Lots of tools to get rid of stealth here.
So, Dalton, anatomical precision, granted killing spree.
Prowl and smoke bombs.
Prowl, yeah. We've got Franks, who, along with the Prowl smoke bombs, anatomical precision, gives repo free. And Jenkins, which is the most British name they could probably come up with, gives precision fire.
Yeah, so you're re-rolling ranged attack damage rolls.
Which, when you're at 7...
It probably means you're hitting.
It probably means you hit, but it gives you that chance to get that crit.
Hmm.
But
yeah.
I don't think any of them have critical effects.
I was going to say, no critical effects in there, so no big deal there, but yeah.
Maybe more damage.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the smoke bombs and repo, so you can drop your smoke bombs down and then step back to the other side of them. Obviously you gain stealth while you're in it anyway, but it means you can drop them out the other side.
That's been used before.
Yeah. Yeah, they're interesting. 8 boxes each, 14, 13 defense armor, so all 3 of them are Jack Marshalls. Again, no drives, but you can drop someone in.
And they're all on 30mm bases as well.
Yeah.
I thought they'd have been on 40s.
Given that they've got 8 hit points each.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 8 hit points is pretty much closing on the standard now, isn't it, for units. Gravedigger Rangers. 3 grunts, 2 machine gunners. Hey look, more volley fire. No tracer rounds on this one though, so that's nice.
That's alright.
And heavy rifles.
They can repair.
Yes, the grunts can. So you've got 3 repairs there, which is nice because you got all the extra bonus to repairs on all your jacks as well. So it's essentially D3 plus 1.
So I mean, they'll be running up behind your jack that can run away, like do the extended control range, just making sure he doesn't die. While the machine gunners are just like, yeah, cool, let's just shoot everything.
Well, yeah. And they're tough as well, so obviously we mentioned tough earlier, but so they've got that. Dual attack, gunfighter as well, so yeah, looking good. Pathfinder.
Well, that's it. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Seem fairly effective, yeah. They're not bad. And then the guns are alright as well, power 12, range 12.
And again, Jack Marshalls.
And again, everything's a Jack Marshall because you can attach it to the units as well, so yeah. Gravedigger Gun Mages.
I still do not like the berets.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You missed the tricorn hats.
You know me, I love a good tricorn hat.
You do love a good tricorn hat. So,
but with the ability to empower your jacks.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one, isn't it? So units of 3, they got the empower for the army. So it's almost every army's got an empower of some description. I suppose when they're power 10, so if you've not got any reasonable infantry targets, and I'm noticing there's a lot less infantry around now, so
run up to your jack, go, cool, here, have some focus.
Have some cookies.
Have the cookies, hit that thing really big.
Yeah.
Do the murder.
Defense 13, armor 13, so they're gonna be quite easy
squishy
to remove, So you've got to keep them safe, but yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
And then commandos. So again, smoke bombs. Paint target as well. Hey look.
Yep.
If a model's within 5 inches of them, you can remove stealth. Almost like stealth would otherwise be a problem for them.
It's almost as if they looked over at the Dusk stuff and went, hey, so we did a thing.
These guys are interesting because you've got the ambush on these. So you can come in and get around the side of things to paint your targets for the rest of your gun line. And you've got the bazooka guys as well, which have brutal damage, power 12 on the target, and then power 7 blast damage. But that power 12 brutal damage, so that's what, 22 on an average roll. It's not bad.
No.
And you get, 2 support troopers. You've got 2 of those in that unit. Just
3 grunts, 2 support.
Yeah. So you can appear on the side, drop a couple of those.
Yep.
Yeah. And then last couple of bits.
Your command attachments. So you've got your commando officer.
Yeah.
So
he gives them repo.
Precision, repo, mission objective.
So for an activation, plus 2 to attack and damage rolls. So
isn't that essentially prey?
It's 1 turn prey.
1 turn prey?
Yep.
Well, once per game prey, sorry.
Yeah, once per game for 1 turn. Plus 2 to hit and damage, so that's pretty good. Okay, you get your paint target and everything there. And then your grenades and your carbine as well, so you've got the longer or shorter range.
It's not just for the turn.
This activation.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry.
Yep.
Me misreading.
No, just the one. And then the Trollkin Express Sniper. So these attach to the Rangers.
Yep.
So they've got the dig in, which the Rangers have got as well. So the Rangers are very close to the trenches of old, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I mean you've got the Express gun, which is just an elephant gun.
Yeah. Grievous wounds. Can't join combined range attacks. And then knocks people back and knocks them down.
Yep.
So it's definitely your assassin run.
And then he just turns around and slaps you with the back end of the rifle.
That's it. And it's power 14 as well, and range
Yeah.
14. And he's got marksman as well, so you can pick apart jacks a bit easier. And again, tough and Jack Marshall. So yeah, I like him. I like it, and I like the model for that one as well. It's glorious. So the bits that they get to do. So
they've got a special defense for this.
So there's the special defense, which is the mantlet, which is an obstacle cover. Has the same rules as defenses, so if extra large or huge bases walk over it, it disappears. Friendly models base-to-base gain blast, and friendly medium and small base warrior models in contact gain +2 armor against ranged attacks.
Yeah.
So you can then sit that in front of your sniper or whatever. And
that's it. Just sit in front of your sniper, your rangers, and just have fun.
Machine guns are on, they're on a large base, so they can't benefit from it.
They've also always got cover anyway, so...
Yeah, I was just thinking they was going to get +2 armor, but they
can't.
Yeah. So then we've got 2 different command cards that are only available to the Gravediggers, and they can take 2 of each, so heavy and light airdrops. So the heavy you can only play from round 2 onwards. When you play the card, you choose either a heavy weapon crate or a squad cast light warjack, and you add that to your army. Place the airdropped model 1 inch away from the model or the unit this card was played on. You can choose to drop a squad cast warjack if you played a card on a Gravedigger model unit with Jack Marshall that is not already controlling a warjack. Warjack is considered to be controlled by that unit. So we know that almost everything in the army is a Jack Marshall or a Warcaster. So almost everything can have one of these attached to it. And you get a blocker Jack, so it's a set warjack. It's a 24 hitbox heavy, defense 13, armor 16, but it does have a shield, so armor 18. And it's not bad. It's shield guard, sidestep, tried and true again, and set defense, and girded as well. So it's pretty good.
Very basic, but what do you expect for free?
Well, it's you pay 5 points for the heavy airdrop card.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-point jack that you can put anywhere on the table.
Exactly.
It must forfeit its normal movement or combat action on the turn it enters play, but yeah.
I mean, as long as you play it right, you're not doing too bad with that.
Sudden heavy.
Yeah.
So that's...
Oops, surprise heavy jack.
Exactly. And then the other thing you can drop is the heavy weapon crate, which allows you to drop a hard point on to your jacks.
Yeah.
And there's a few different options in that, so there's the flamethrowers and some other bits and pieces in there. So yeah, those are fairly cool. There's the blocker, raider, or skirmisher, so there are 3 different jacks. But this will only show me the blocker at the moment. So.
Yeah, it's only showing me the blocker as well, so maybe they've only... Don't know.
I think when you actually go and you have to add them to a game and actually play it to see them. But. And then you've got the light airdrop as well, which again can only go round 2 onwards. You can drop either an ammo crate, fuel canister, mantlet, or medical crate, and you add the selected defense to the army. So the mantlet we already spoke about. the ammo crate gives Gravediggers either +2 range or +2 power. Arcane ammunition gives them magical damage type. And these are obviously immobile and whatnot, so that's the ammo crate. Again, can't see the other two while I'm in here, so I can only guess what they do.
There we go. So, the fuel canister. Anytime during its activation, except while advancing a friendly Gravedigger construct model while within 2 inches of this model, can cause this model to suffer 1 damage point. If it does so, a construct model can immediately advance up to 2 inches. The model can advance as a result of refuel only once per turn.
Yeah. So it's essentially 5 uses. They've got 5 hit points.
Yeah. Medical crate. Does the same, but heals your grunts. So for 1 damage point, it can. This model can suffer 1 damage point if it does so. Either remove D3 +2 damage from the living model, or return 1 destroyed grunt to the unit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Then the ammo crate,
which is the one
arcane ammunition. Yeah.
So yeah. And then spells. So we've already mentioned Rhythm of War, which I think is going to be really good. It's a really strong one. Just being able to then move those shooty jacks back to stay out of range. It's just, yeah. Arcane Shield with +3 armor on an upkeep. Gross, don't like it. But
no.
I love it when it's on mine, but Chasing. So range 8, power 12, offensive 1 for removing upkeeps and enemy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Dash, so things in control range gain +1 speed for friendly faction warrior models. Gain +1 speed, always handy. Deceleration, more armor against ranged attacks, and you're going to be at long range, so people are going to have to shoot you. Lock the target, so it cannot run, charge, or make slam or trample power attacks. It has to damage something, and it's power 12, so you're probably going to have to boost the damage to put that on a heavy. Would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Rift, power 13, but drops a 3-inch rough terrain on the model directly hit, so you can slow people down a bit. Got Rock Wall for putting an obstruction or an obstacle. Again, can get charged over by or destroyed by extra large or huge bases, but allows you to put that little bit of scenery out.
Got another bit of second sight.
Just in case you needed another way to remove stuff. It's type for model, but I can see that going on a jack.
Yeah.
Alright. And then last but not least, Silence of Death. +2 to melee attack rolls and takedown. Things basically don't get tough roll. So it seems alright. I think a lot of stuff had grievous wounds anyway, to be fair.
Yeah. A lot of stuff had grievous wounds, and there was a lot of, but there was an awful amount of tough.
So yeah, interesting one. I'm not sure. I know maybe on some of the jacks. As the melee attack damage rolls +2 damage. I think that's the main thing for that.
Yeah.
And you drop that on. Yeah. Trench sword wielding heavy, and it's power 19.
Yeah. Taking the second sight on Kane or Sen just as a way of making sure that they can do stuff without having to rely on the basic infantry to remove stealth.
Yeah.
Especially with that rocket launcher.
That rocket launcher is gross. Love it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, there's going to be some interesting ones. I say locally, I think about 4 people have bought Gravediggers.
I mean, I've loved every paint scheme so far.
Yeah, lots of people paint them up for our journeyman. I've still got a skin and moans that I have to paint tonight, and it is already 9 o'clock. So
yeah, I'm actually quite glad that I've done mine. It's all up on Instagram and apparently posted to Facebook at the same time.
yeah.
I've probably got a setting done or something, but
yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
But I have ordered more Tenebra
Yeah.
and another battle group box just so I can get some more jacks to kind of flesh out that list.
I'll keep looking at more correct stuff, and then I think I need to hold off. I've still got an unbuilt box down here, but I need to focus and get my Grimkin done. They will get done.
You will do it, Mazz. You will. I believe in you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking time to listen to us ramble about stuff. You got anything that you're looking to look forward to about the Gravediggers, give us a shout in the comments below. Yeah.
Or just shout at us because we're usually on most Discords for War Machine.
Yeah. Indeed. Alright. Thanks very much.
And yeah. Nice to see everyone and have a good one.